Because it's in the best interest of the victim, we attempt to resolve these matters without the filing of a public lawsuit. And we have done that already. We've done that, I would say, with a handful of individuals.
We had a feeling this was going to happen. We've been talking about it for, gosh, it feels like almost a year now. And Jayz is finally coming under fire. Now, everyone was speculating what his involvement was. They were talking about all the people that were involved in the Diddy parties, whether it was J-Lo, Diddy himself, my guy, Leonardo DiCaprio. No, all of them being involved in this. And Jayz is the most recent, I guess you could say, casualty of this entire federal case. Now, a lot of this is alleged. We're going to get into the factual circumstances surrounding this new lawsuit, or this lawsuit that was updated, and what the lawyer is saying that Jayz and Diddy did. But let's go ahead and get into it. Shout out to ABC News for this article. We're going to watch a quick video on it and see what's going on with Jayz and how he responded as well. Jayz responds to a civil lawsuit alleging the rape of a 13-year-old girl alongside Diddy. Oh my gosh. Y'all check this out. Hopefully this video plays.
There are more sex assault accusations connected to the case against Sean Diddy Combs. The latest involves hip-hop mogul Jayz, who issued a vehement denial. This morning, a blistering response from Jayz after he was accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl more than 2 decades ago. The billionaire hip-hop mogul was added to an existing civil lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, citing an alleged incident after the 2000 VMAs, where the victim claims she was drugged and assaulted by both Diddy and Jayz while a third celebrity watched.
The judge has actually agreed that the victim can remain anonymous and that the case can proceed. So there seems to be a little bit more to this case.
Jayz vehemently denying the claim, writing, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away." Also saying, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence."
Okay, so basically what he's saying here is that if this could be proven, and if I actually did what she's saying I did, then bring a criminal case against me. If I did something, where's the proof? But no, you're going to say you're going to go the civil route, or the civil route, and you're going to try and get a payout for this. Well, granted, this was a very long time ago they're claiming this happened. So I don't know if that's the best defense, and it is kind of insensitive to the situation, but we'll get into that in a second.
Jayz also attacked the attorney behind the lawsuit, Tony Busby, who fired back saying, "I won't be bullied or intimidated." Busby is behind at least 20 of the sexual assault lawsuits against Combs, who calls Busby's lawsuits shameless publicity stunts. Combs' statement went on to say he has never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone. Combs will stay in jail until his trial in May, but he has appealed the most recent decision to deny him bail. That ruling should come later this week.
All right, here we go. So let's get into a little bit more of the details of what happened here. Sean, Jayz Carter, and Sean Diddy Combs. Let's attack of the Seans.
Now to Sean Diddy Combs. He says prosecutors
might be a little bit insensitive. Anyway, are accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. I said the word. After an after party following the 2000 Video Music Awards, according to amended civil lawsuit filed on Sunday. Another celebrity stood by and watched. Oh my! Who do y'all think the other celebrity was? I think we're going. Oh man, I don't want to spoil it. We're gonna get into the actual lawsuit here, but it turns out the other celebrity was a female. So the other celebrity that stood by and watched was a female. Who do y'all think it is? A celebrity stood by and watched as Combs and Carter took turns assaulting the minor. The lawsuit said without naming the celebrity. In a statement posted to the Rock Nation X account on Sunday, Jayz denied the allegations made against him in the filing. Jayz was added to the lawsuit that was originally filed in October as one of several anonymous complaints by Texas attorney Tony Busby. And Tony Busby is actually involved in over 120 individual lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs. It's insane. And we reviewed that video. If y'all want to go back and watch it, you can find the video on my channel. Many of the lawsuits did not survive because the plaintiffs declined to be named. However, in this case, the judge said the then 13-year-old showed sufficient cause to continue anonymously. Carter was identified in the original complaint as a Celebrity A, or as Celebrity A. The plaintiff alleged she was noticed by a limousine driver who invited her to the after party where Combs and Carter assaulted her. In his statement, Jayz claimed Busby had sent his lawyer a demand letter ahead of the filing. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle, Jayz wrote. Well, maybe you should, Jayz. I don't know. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny, he added in the statement. To me, this statement is a problem. All right. And I'm going to say why. Because Jayz or Rock Nation or whoever calling this man a fraud, if one single lawsuit is either settled or it's followed through the entire way and it's proven that Tony Busby is not a fraud, this statement right here is going to make Jayz look really bad. And honestly, it almost, in a sense, makes it look like he's defending Diddy, which is super weird considering this is the first statement. I mean, can we say, we won't say any celebrity mentioned, but this is the first statement a celebrity has made and Jayz has made since everything went down. I don't know. That's weird. In his response, the music mogul questioned why the filing was a civil lawsuit rather than a criminal filing. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Wouldn't you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case, Jayz wrote. Jayz went on to address the fact that his family, including his children, may be affected by the filing. My only heartbreak is for my family. Oh, gosh. Not for the alleged victim. Sheesh. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people, he wrote. In a statement to ABC News, Busby said, the pleading speaks for itself. Yeah, this is a very serious matter that will be litigated in court. Busby said, you want to take it to court? Let's go. Busby also took to his personal Instagram account on Sunday saying he would not be bullied or intimidated without mentioning the specific lawsuit Jayz or Diddy did by name. People will see through this effort to discredit me and my clients, and the truth will be revealed, Busby wrote. I also won't allow anyone to scare my clients into silence. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. And I am quite certain the sun is coming. Ooh, I like that. Mr. Busby over here cooking. It's an excellent analogy. What else did he say? He said Combs' legal representatives respond to the filing in a statement to ABC News on Sunday, saying this amended complaint and the recent extortion lawsuit against Mr. Busby exposes his barrage of lawsuits against Mr. Combs for what they are: shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payment from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them, just as lies have been spread about Mr. Combs. Wow. As his legal team has said before, Combs has full confidence in the facts and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail. Not against the feds, my friend. I'm sorry. That Combs never assaulted or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor, Combs representatives said in a statement. All right, let's get to this video. check this out. We got another interesting take on what happened behind the scenes.
All right, did you hear about this? Rapper and music mogul Jayz is now being accused of raping a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs during an MTV VMA after party in the year 2000. The rapper issued a blistering statement in response and directed his comments at attorney Tony Busby, who filed the suit, saying, quote, "You've made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. I look forward to showing you just how different I am."
Dang.
Criminal defense attorney Lexi Rigdon joins me now. Lexi, good morning to you. What a development here. So another thing Jayz said in his statement is that this was a civil suit filed against him. And he said these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one, essentially saying, if I really did these things, treat me the way I should be treated. So how should we be thinking about all of this? What do you think?
Well, that's some denial from him. And, you know, sometimes celebrities have pretty muted denials, like, you know, I'm not going to comment now, or I direct all questions to my lawyers. I actually admire the strength of the denial. You know, I think that there is at this point, there's no objective indicia of reliability to this complaint. Now, obviously, things are going to play out and we're going to end up learning more. But if you look at it on its face, it's a 24-year-old complaint. Very significantly, he was not named in the lawsuit in the first instance when it was filed. The girl was allegedly 13 at the time it happened. And in the complaint, it says that she had been given something and she was, quote unquote, woozy. And so I think that this just needs to be looked at in kind of a measured way. Unlike the media is treating some people in the media, you know, Pete Hegseth being one of them, where they automatically hear an allegation and they run with it. I think that this needs to be treated in a measured type of way. We don't need knee-jerk societal reactions. Anybody can make allegations against somebody, and people who are rich and famous are particularly targets. And so obviously I don't know what happened, but I think it just needs to play out, and you know, we need to give him the benefit of the doubt at this point.
Well, that's what Tony Busby is saying. And so this federal lawsuit.
Do y'all agree with that? I know a lot of people are going to be like, yo, give him the what? But according to the law, you are innocent until proven guilty. And she makes a great point. Anybody can bring up an accusation. And it's interesting that in the initial lawsuit, they didn't mention Jay-Z's name. They just said celebrity A. So could this be, yeah, let's just throw Jay-Z's name in there? It's possible. I mean, anything's possible. I don't know.
We need to give him the benefit of the doubt at this point.
Well, that's what Tony Busby is saying. And so this federal lawsuit was originally filed in October. So interesting that we're only learning about this now. And then Tony Busby responded to Jay-Z's statement by writing this on X. "Since I sent the letter on her behalf," meaning the defendant, "Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. We will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media." A spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York declined to comment on whether the office is pursuing this case. So what happens next?
Well, who knows what's going to happen with that? I mean, we don't know if the feds are going to be looking into this. They may well be at this point. I think that there are people further looking into Diddy. I think there might be a superseding indictment coming, and probably looking into the people that he's associated with himself. But this also may well be beyond the statute of limitations. So it really just depends. I mean, as it stands right now, I can't imagine that there's enough evidence to necessarily bring something, because somebody's accuser saying something happened 24 years ago without more evidence is probably not going to be enough. But then again, we don't know what evidence she has. So it really remains to be seen if this is actually going to be passed on to the criminal authorities, or if they're working on it at this point. All
right. So it's going to be interesting to see. Can y'all imagine if they did file criminal charges? Ooh. Jay-Z would be like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Because he doesn't know what the defendant, well, I'm not calling it the defendant, what the accuser has in terms of evidence in this case. I mean, we even saw in some of these lawsuits that were filed, one of the women that filed a lawsuit against Diddy, she had a shirt that had some DNA on it that she had been keeping for decades. And her husband didn't even know that she had this shirt. So, hey, Jay-Z, If you're sure, you're sure, and that's fine. I mean, stand 10 toes down, but man, if they bring up criminal charges, that would be a rough day for Jayz, man, for y'all's guy.
Tony, you said last week at the news conference that you would begin filing lawsuits as early as this week. Do you have plans to do so? And do they involve celebrities? Do they involve just Diddy, people beyond Diddy?
I think I'll let the lawsuits speak for themselves. I don't expect there to be anything. You know, everyone's focused on what other celebrities were involved. You know, who's going to be named, who's going to be outed. I don't expect that to happen this week. I'm hoping to file some lawsuits this week. They of course will include Mr. Combs and some corporate entities. But we want to make sure that you know, if we name individuals beyond Mr. Combs, that we make sure that we've done our homework, because it's going to create a firestorm. We understand that. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's.
Tony, you said something interesting there. You said, I don't expect that to happen this week. So that sounds like there could be other people named, other famous people named down the road. I know you said this is going to be a process over the next 30 days of filing these lawsuits. So are you saying not this week, but maybe in the weeks coming after this one?
I would expect so. I really don't want to get into a situation where people are, you know, if I don't file a lawsuit next week, then, you know, there's that creates a media frenzy. The truth is, I want to be clear about something. If you were attending one of these parties, if you will, and you attended before, or you knew what was going to happen, that is, you knew that a particular drug was being used in drinks that was causing people to be coerced and taken advantage of, and you were there in the room, or you participated, or you watched it happen and didn't say anything, or you helped cover it up, in my view, you have a problem. And as we file each one of these cases, we're going to make an effort to resolve them on the front end. But failing that, we're going to file public lawsuits and pursue these cases aggressively. So who will be named, when they will be named, all that will come out in due course. But the bottom line is, you know, I want to be clear about the scope of this. A lot of people attended these parties. A lot of people saw this activity going on. A lot of people allowed it to go on, said nothing, didn't intervene, maybe benefited from it, profited from it. All of these individuals and entities, in my view, have exposure here.
Are we talking about celebrities on the level of Diddy?
I would expect so, yes.
Have you sent any demand letters out to anybody other than Diddy saying, here's what you've done, we want to settle with you, or we're going to file a lawsuit? Have you sent any to, say, other celebrities beyond Diddy?
We have, and I want to explain that process because it's important. You know, in every single case, especially cases like this, we collect our data, collect our evidence, do our due diligence, spend time with the victim, and then because it's in the best interest of the victim, we attempt to resolve these matters without the filing of a public lawsuit. And we have done that already. We've done that, I would say, you know, with a handful of individuals.
Hold on. So not only did he say they've already reached out to several celebrities and they said, listen, guys, we've got victim A here, and victim A says that you did this and this and this. You want to settle this the easy way, or you want to do this the hard way? And he said a handful of people and a handful of these celebrities they talked to said, hey, man, here you go. I'm out. Insane. Who are the celebrities? Who do y'all think these celebrities are? I mean, who knows? We could only guess. I can think of a couple, though. That's wild.
Many of which you've heard of before, and we'll continue to do that. That's just the standard process that every lawyer in the United States who handles these types of cases uses, because it's the right way to do it.
But there are also people who want to jump on the gravy train and want to make money, and that's got to be a big slice of what you're getting. I mean, it's not just automatically believing somebody because they say it.
No, Harvey, I think you're right. You know, I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. You get 3,200 calls and that turns into 100 some odd clients. I think you see the process that we're involved in. We're doing a lot of vetting, a lot of due diligence.
Wow. Shout out to TMZ for that one. And here's the statement that came from Rock Nation. All right. We're going to read the full statement here. Crazy to hear that some of these celebrities have already settled and written checks to make things go away. Not to mention the feds are involved in this, y'all. So they could be making deals as we speak. They may have made deals already to get testimonies from some of these celebrities that were at the parties. Say, hey, we know you're getting mentioned over here. You want to save yourself the trouble? Just take the stand. Maybe take a statement, something. Shout out to Colin Rugg for posting this. He says Jay-Z responds after he was accused of assaulting a 13-year-old girl. Says he is a victim and protects children. The lawsuit accuses Jay-Z of assaulting the girl with Diddy and a female celebrity watched. After Jay-Z was done, Diddy assaulted the girl again while the other two watched. Oh my gosh, here we go. This is Rock Nation, aka Jay-Z, posting this statement. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whoever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I am more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine? Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. God dang. Go after the military now. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. God dang. You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. What is that about? We protect our children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe. Wait. Did he mean to say psychics here? What? Did I read that right? Only your network of conspiracy theorists and fake physics? I think he meant to write psychics. I don't know. Will believe the idiotic claim you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. Okay, Jay-Z speaks out. He says this is all cap. Stop the cap. We'll see who's right in the end. If he writes that check. I mean, if Jay-Z writes the check for this and it does go away, what does that mean? Because in most cases, I would say they're celebrities. They don't want to deal with the publicity. it's going to go away. But if he ends up writing the check in this case, no, he said he's going to take it to trial, though. 50 Cent, of course, Mr. Messy out here. I always love seeing his commentary on this. What did he say? He commented on the Jay-Z lawsuit, said, are we still going to have the Super Bowl? Asking for a friend. Yeah, come on, 50.